Hello everyone, and welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. Today in this YouTube video, I'm going to be taking the door card off and seeing why the electric window doesn't work. I'm not going to film the whole process for two reasons. One, this SD card is almost full, and so I have a empty one. Or like I need to transfer the data to my computer. And the second reason is the battery's almost dead, and then all my batteries are not charged. So I'm not going to be changing the motor today. I just need to see if it works. But I'll show you again when I've taken the door card off. I'll show you a bit more later on. But what I'm going to do, take the door card off, get my spare battery, connect a 12 volt positive and negative from the battery to the motor, and if the motor works or doesn't work, that means either the motor is good or bad. If it works, that means there's bad wiring. If it doesn't work, it means bad motor. Either way, it'll show us what the problem is with the car. So yeah, I'm going to take the door card off now and yeah, just see if I can find out what the problem is. Okay, hopefully you can see the window just here. I don't know why it's going to drop them. Find the trick in. Here we go. Yeah, so two wires here connected to my battery down here. You can't see it, but yeah, two wires. If I unplug the window, all the door card is off. Basically got Phillips screws and all the finish there, and I used my pry tool to pry the door card off. Fortunately, one of them did break. Is it that one? Yeah, that one. The rest of them are fine. Yeah, just one did break, unfortunately. But one out of all of them is not bad. Anyway, let's tap these wires. I'm going to tidy that connection up on the plug just here. So I had to make a little hole. Plug just here. Let's see if this window goes down. It's sparking. Try it around. See if it does anything at all. It's moved. Only problem, it moves very easily. This plug. Oh. Alright, window opens. That means the wiring is not at fault. Well, the motor, sorry, the motor is not at fault. You know what I mean? The wiring is at fault, not the motor. Okay, so that works. We can shut this motor window. Right, take the wire off the battery. So, that's very important. We now know that it is not the motor at fault. So, I don't know what else we can check really. Let's take the switch apart. Hopefully, not a bad idea. Okay, let's take the switch apart, and it's proven not to be easy. Get a smaller. Yeah, I don't want to push too hard of the plastic. I don't want to break it. Don't want to break the tab off, that's the only problem. Get back to the big bit and let's see if we're going to try it this way. I don't get why there's so many terminals. Why? Can I try the switch it from the top? No, I cannot. I don't know, why don't I try pushing it from the switch shot? Trying to, I've already tried on that side of it. Nope, I'm gonna break it. Oh. I got it. Trying this side now. There we go. Right, lucky it's only a small crack, so a bit of glue will happily repair that. Actually switch this out. I didn't actually look what I found it went. Oh, I'm sure that switch is right around, so I can look at that one. Pop this off. Right, back on, what, day 2, day 3 maybe, of trying to get the windows to work. Yeah, so we know that window goes down, that's perfectly fine, and that switch work, went down. But turning out that switch does work perfectly fine, obviously now we've cleaned it, it works even better. And this switch works perfectly fine, even though we've taken it apart, broke it a little bit. And yeah, turning out it was kind of already broken before I got to it, in a little bit anyway. So if I show you here, you see this is gimbaled quite a bit. I put it together a bit like this. But if I'm going to unplug it and show you, I'm unplugged it here, and as you can see, I've soldered on a wire underneath. Focus, and that wire bridges the child lock button for the windows. Now, I would have assumed that the driver's window would have worked regardless whether the child lock was on and off, but apparently no. I tried soldering it on top there, as you can probably see, a little bit melty and tinned. Didn't take to that bit, so I've soldered it on the bottom, and it's taken quite nicely on the bottom there. Not even showing it. There you go. Yeah, I would have assumed personally that it wouldn't, that the child lock would only stop that switch from working, not the switch as well. I'll show you. Let me quickly put you down, set this up again, and yeah, I'll bring you back. If I show you down here, you're gonna have to go by the sound of the windows opening, but believe me, they are. So, again, this is where the child lock used to be. This is for the door locks. We don't need to worry about that just yet. So one will be for the boot, one will be for the door, and up, down, lock. Anyway, yeah, we don't need to worry about that one just yet. Again, child lock and front window, passenger window. Look at driver's window on this one, and passenger window here. So we know we push this down. Like, already opens driver window, push this down. It's quite weird actually, because if you, I'm not going to do it, but if you take one of these off, so you take this one off here, the window down, so we're doing that, down, and but you take this one off, the window won't go down. It requires it to earth completely through the system. So yeah, it's quite a weird thing, really. I don't want to leave it on there, but yeah. They both need to work in order for the switch to work, which is probably why it didn't work. We know from testing the passenger window didn't work, so if I stop talking, you may actually hear the window go down. and back up. Yeah, I mean, know from before that didn't work. This child switch stopped the whole thing from working. But yeah, if you have a speed cruiser, you know, model wear, fan wagon, I think they called it in the States, fan wagon, or wonder fan, something like that. Light-ace, town-ace, I don't know. So many names for this. There's so many names for these fans all across the market. Try to show you again. Next switch. Up, down, up. So yeah, all the wiring switches work. I need to put that switch back together. I'll do that and then I'll show you it working after I've put it all back together. But yeah, so if you have one of these fans and that window doesn't work for some reason from either switch, pretty worth checking your child lock out and doing what I've done and just breaking it even more than putting a permanent connection between both of them. Yeah, I could, if it came apart nicely, you could probably clean it very well and get it back working correctly, but that didn't come apart nicely. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird way of doing it really for me, but it is what it is. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to put it all back together and I'll bring you back after and hopefully put that door card back on and get it looking a bit more like a complete fan again. It's nice with the camera film, we've got a little breeze coming through. Very nice. Right, put that back together and I'll bring you back after. Yeah, quick one engine running, it's ready for more power. Ready really quick and shut. There's reverse and again this one. And that one. Perfect. Yeah, so nice. At least that's one job. Another job we now got done for the car. So working windows. Well, I still need to put the door card back on, but that's a job for a different day. Don't really need to do it now. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Yeah, but yeah, important job done. Window working. Yeah, I'm not too sure if that is part of the MOT. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm not too sure. But either way, it's nice to have the window actually working. All the switches work. So again, doors. Right, I put a little switch, the child lock switch in it just in place. You sunk that a bit far down. It should be that low. I actually might even be able to put the spring back in and see if I can get it to sit at a normal height. But I'll do that off camera. Don't really show you that. Yeah, that's the spring. Anyway, if you're ready, please subscribe to my channel and like the video if you like, and if you really does help the channel to grow and more top quality videos on the way. In the next video, just a little heads up, I shall be attempting to fit a different radio to the car. And yeah, we'll see that in a different video. But until then, I'll see you in my next video.